He suddenly started vomiting all over the place, the effort of which, and I quote, pushed out about half a teacupful of the brain, which fell upon the floor. He didn't say what they did with it after. I'm picturing his dog just running over and immediately scarfing it down, then being plagued with the memories of a human railroad worker for the rest of his life. One day he said, "You know what, kid? You're alright. Say, how's about we ditch this musty old mausoleum and go back to my place?" I'll take that as a yes.
You know, this half-rotting rice is good and all, but I can still smell things. Yeah, and I'm not having nearly as much diarrhea as I would like to be. What should we do? Raw fish. Raw fish, I was thinking exactly the same thing. God, we are so in sync.
And finally, in 2018, Elon Musk sent a big basket of mice to the International Space Station. Just, 'cause he can.
If you were a deckhand on an invaded ship and you were stupid enough to fight back, you wouldn't be dancing around doing flips and shit, none of that. Instead, they'd probably shoot you in the stomach with a flintlock pistol, kick you to the ground, chop off your shoulder blade with a hand axe, gouge out your eyes with a marlin spike, wind your intestines around the prow, and then toss your twitching body overboard. The slogan was, gnaw on a Slim Jim for minutes on end, grinding it between your molars while the gallons of salt turn your mouth into a desert until the mangled hunk of flesh in your mouth is just soft enough to be shoved down your greasy fucking pirate throat without tearing a hole.
Elena, there's something I must confess. I'm deeply in love with you. I'm so glad you feel the same. Gotta say, after peanut butter and chocolate, my favorite combination of two things is probably gross incompetence and high explosives. Now, everyone knows Santa. Good old Saint Nick. Old Father Christmas, old Christopher Kringle, old Elpheus Prime, slayer of elk and bringer of Xboxes.
It's kind of like when you were a kid and you had to keep running to keep the kite in the air. Only instead of a kite, it's your respiratory system, and instead of the kite falling down, you would choke to death on your own deflated organs. Dogs just sitting there like, bloodlust. One day someone was like, well, people like dogs, and people like ferrets, so why don't we make some chimera abomination halfway in between the two, and see what happens.
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
Help! I can't shit no more!
5 gum. Stimulate your ferrets.